Peace, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to Israel Doctrines Google Hangout. I'm your host, Carl Albert Davis. Yes, the YouTube Onion Man, and the topic is DJ K. Slade and Khalil Amani call for queer rights. It's changing the culture forever. Part 3. So, I'm gonna get y'all some video. One of the videos we left off on. Let me get it up here and running for you all. How you doing? Is called Government Informant Speaks. Hassan Camel's been hating on DJ K, Slade, Whack 100, and Khalil Lamont. And I can't remember exactly where we left off, but we will be picking it up after the tour starts to rain right here.
Well, I do know I missed it because I really don't watch Hassan Campbell nearly as much as I used to. I used to watch Hassan Campbell religiously, like many of you all, but in the last year and a half, I might now watch Hassan Campbell once every 2 or 3 weeks, and I probably haven't watched a Hassan Campbell video from start to finish probably in over 2 or 3 years. I just can't sit through 3 hours of him lying and going through the conspiracies and making up stuff and just I just can't do it. I don't have the time. I tune in based on the title of his video. I'll watch it for about 10, 15 minutes, and I've had enough of Hassan Campbell. How he has so many followers and continues to grow is beyond me. I can't do it. Maybe because I read too many books, and I know the real truth about subjects versus a bunch of conspiracy mumbo jumbo. But I want to talk to Hassan Campbell. You stay disrespecting people. You disrespected Whack 100. You recorded Whack 100 without his knowledge. I was like, wow. But what would make you want to go at a dead man? Now, me and DJ K. Slade have actually had a conversation about Hassan Campbell. At this time, I choose not to share it. But yes, DJ K. Slade was fully aware of Hassan Campbell because it was DJ K. Slade who really started this whole thing. Because DJ K. Slade gave me the stabbing story of Bambaataa in 2013. So it really starts with DJ K. Slade. And if you want to know why he decided to give me the story, well, I was one of his writers. I had been writing for him for, going on 10 years. And secondly, DJ K. Slade relayed to me that Bambaataa, that African Bambaataa, had a history of messing with teenage dudes. And when this stabbing thing occurred, it was the straw that broke the camel's back for DJ K. Slade. And he said, we got to stop this dude. I want you to expose him. And he gave me the words, and I wrote the story based on the words he relayed to me on the telephone. DJ K. Slade was concerned about young boys being molested. Yes, he was. We don't know how old the gentleman was that stabbed Bambaataa. He might have been a teenager. He might have been 17, 18, 19, 20. But Hassan Campbell would tell us that this teenager that stabbed African Bambaataa was a younger version of himself. A younger version of himself. That's what Hassan Campbell tells us.
Now, you hear what he said?
But Hassan Campbell he's had DJ K. Slade's name.
You hear what he said? When Bambaataa got stabbed, it broke the camel's back. But he knew before Bambaataa got stabbed that he was fucking them little boys. He told Khalil the money. But shit didn't hit the fan till that little boy got stabbed. That's why I say once again, K. Slay was trafficking that boy. And that boy that he trafficked stabbed the shit out of Bambaataa. And because he stabbed the shit out of Bambaataa, K. Slay relayed the message to Khalil Amani to write the shit down so they can So back to the video.
His mouth a lot. So what I want to do now is take you back down memory lane. But for those of you who've never seen this stuff, Hassan Campbell has been hard on me. Should I say pause? But Hassan Campbell has said some real weirdo things about me. And so what I want you to listen to now is a compilation of things that Hassan Campbell has said about me, leading up to talking about K. Slay. It's all relevant. It's all relevant. Again, Hassan Campbell, he decides to attack me and tries to downplay the fact that it was a dude named Khalil Amani who first broke the Bambaataa story. Hassan Campbell did not like the fact when he found out that I was an LGBTQ rights advocate, that I advocate for gay and lesbian rappers, because Hassan Campbell is highly homophobic. Even though he has a transgender daughter, he would say son. Even though he has a transgender child, a gay son, a transgender daughter. You would think he would be pro like a Magic Johnson or the basketball player down there in Miami. What's his name? You would think he would be, on the side of his child, because after all, that's his child, and you want your children to live in their truth, whatever that truth may be. But Hassan Campbell, back in the day, he was saying all kind of reckless things about his own transgender daughter. And I was defending his daughter, even going so far as to reaching out to his daughter. That didn't go well. Blood is thicker than water. So when I reached out to the child, he cursed me out and said, "Don't contact me no more." And I said, "Deuces. I'll never do that again." I admit, I reached out to his child on Facebook, and the child cursed me out. Yeah. Called me every name in the book. And I said, "Don't worry about it, homie. I reached out to you. I thought maybe you were listening to what your father was saying about you. And you want a voice of reason and an older gentleman that can make sense of the fact that your father, Hassan Campbell, is a real douchebag, a real homophobe. But the transgender child, he took the other route and said, that's my daddy, and, F you and you this and you that. Don't call me, don't contact me no more." I said, "Dude, it ain't that serious. I'm done. I'm gone." I sent him a little Facebook message and he went off. I said, fine. Don't call you no more. Don't text you no more. Fine, my man or my woman. But now I want to play some video and show you me and Hassan Campbell's interaction, how he's been hard on me. Oh yeah, we got history. I know y'all knew. But I'm going to take you back to 2016, 2017, 2018, when me and Hassan Campbell were beefing. I said, Hassan Campbell, he didn't like the fact that it was I who broke the story in 2013. Hassan Campbell, he didn't like the fact that he found out that I was a government informant in a civil trial, in a civil matter. He didn't like the fact that I was in the witness protection program, that I worked with the FBI and the United States Marshal Service. He didn't like the fact that I was a gay rights advocate, even though I was the one that broke the story leading up to him coming out. In Hassan Campbell's eyes, I was the wrong nigger. A civilian, government informant, gay rights advocate. That's who actually broke the Bambaataa story. He didn't like it.
A drug mule. He can't deny it. I might pull up the video where he say he was a drug mule. He done said it before.
And so we went back and forth back in the day. So let me show you him talking about me. Let us get this rolling. I got to give you the history, y'all. Got to have the history.
Amani is an articulate dude. The dude is an intelligent dude. Amani is an articulate dude. The dude is an intelligent dude. Amani is an articulate dude. The dude is an intelligent dude. I don't get it. Why I'm going to mention right now real quick. Amani, the dude that nobody wants to watch. The journalist that came out in 2013 on Africa Bambaataa that nobody wants to watch. Nobody cares about the story.
Hassan knows the truth. Khalil knows the truth. They never speak on it though. Layla Wills don't want the truth to get out there. Start Terrain don't want the truth to get out there. Nobody wants the truth to get out. Now, when Khalil keep running up behind me talking about I'm stalking him and shit, the only thing I ever talked to this man about is this situation with Hassan Campbell. On his telephone, different shit, we had communication. Like I said, I got sick and a nigga started trying to stalk me and hurt me and cause me to get upset and flame and start this cursing process that a lot of y'all hear on the internet. Cause why you curse so much? Motherfuckers out here fucking with me. And I don't know how else to explain myself but to use profanity or their audio showing you what it do. But when I show y'all, y'all don't care. Y'all don't care just like them because y'all down with the pedophilia community too. A lot of y'all are Sinetta fans, Judah Nazareth fans, Paradigm Shift fans. A lot of y'all are fans of these YouTubers that's down with pedophilia. So y'all look over this shit. I understand it. I don't give a fuck. I'ma still push my story. I still got my documentary out there. I'm doing this. I'm gonna put all this stuff in the $2.99 thing. So when people go to listen to the documentary, they can get all this information. If they care to have this information, I'm putting up paper trail to all this shit.
Here's my thing. Amani, if you came out exposing Africa Bambaataa in 2013. Daddy, I'm talking about stop. If you came out exposing Africa Bambaataa in 2013, right? You wasn't a victim of him. An actual victim of Africa Bambaataa came out and exposed him. That was me and all of the rest of the dudes that came out on Star's platform, right? Right. Now, here's what I'm thinking. If your job was to take down Africa Bambaataa, where did me and you, Weezy Baby, thanks for the donut, I don't get. Amani is an articulate dude. The dude is an intelligent dude. Amani Khalil, I'm gonna address you one time, right now on this live, and one time only, for the last time. Your situation with Africa Bambaataa, there was never no situation. You being the first one to expose Bambaataa is bullshit. You know why? Because for one, you're not a victim. So all you did was hear about a situation, which made you gossip. You didn't have no facts on it, and you gossiped. So what you did was give celebrity gossip. You're not a victim. You cannot break down nothing about Africa Bambaataa or what he does or how he does it. So your purpose of making videos about me, oh, I understand. I insulted the gay community and you just so happen to suck dick. My apologies. I did not mean to offend you. I have no problem with you sucking dick. I'm sorry. You can take every piece of cock up your ass that you want to. My apologies. Moving right along. See, it's just that simple. Peace, people.
All right. So, as you see, this guy wasn't fond of Khalil Amani. He called me.
Because he wasn't fond of me. And Khalil came out with me. Gave me power to be in the Bambaataa movement. But now his job is to say he was never part of the movement. He was never part of anything. I came out, I did it all myself. Nobody brought me out. Nobody made me talk. Nobody did this. Nobody. No. I'm the battery that was in that nigga back.
I can take a lot of dick up my ass, all kind of crazy stuff. He wants to know where did we get off, where did we go wrong. He knows the answers to all of his questions.
See, but he won't say Carl Albert. He's not gonna say where it went astray yet. Carl Albert was getting in your ass, and then I came along and I beat up Troy Star Terrain and got in his ass, and we corrected the narrative, and you motherfuckers don't like it because it done fucked up whatever money Layla Will spent.
He's basically asking rhetorical questions. He knows where we got off. We got wrong. Because personally, when I saw Hassan Campbell come out in 2016 on Troy Star Terrain's show, I was excited. I was super elated. I just knew that we were going to work together, especially when I heard that Hassan Campbell had a gay transgender child. And I'm a gay rights advocate. And I wrote a whole book. Why I put my books on my shelf? All right, hold on, people. And I just put this book up, knowing damn well I'm going to need it. I knew it. That's a kid. I got it. I said when Hassan Campbell came out, I was excited for the young brother. He was real gritty. His story was so believable. I mean, so was Ronald Savage's, but the way that Hassan Campbell would articulate his story, it made all of us sit up and take note. A street dude, a bona fide gangster, claims to have been molested by African Bambaataa. It was a riveting story, a riveting narrative.
You see how they painted it though? He was a Zulu boss and all that. That's Troy Star Terrain. Bitch ass that's doing all that. A Zulu boss was molested. Woo, all the other stuff. They sold y'all ass such a good lie.
So I was excited for Hassan Campbell. I had high hopes that we were going to work together.
No, he didn't, because he was working with the enemy. The ops was me. The enemy's always been me. They just didn't super hype Hassan Campbell on YouTube to the point where I had to fight to get in this algorithm. Even if I can get one or two, which is hard, because whatever video it is, it's got 1,000 of views on it. But I can work my way up. But I'm not finna spend money like Khalil Amani and all the rest of these niggas that they spent money to get a position. I'm gonna work my magic. If don't nobody want to hear my shit, it's all good.
I said, I wrote a book, y'all. I wrote the first book addressing homophobia in hip hop. This book landed me in the LA Times and Spin magazine. Can you dig that, baby? Can you dig it? I said, this book right here landed me and the second largest music magazine in the world, Spin Magazine. You see down there where it says gay rappers? Where's that? See where it says gay rappers? That article is about me. I'm in Spin Magazine 2009. This happened before all of the Hassan Bambaataa stuff I had been. I published this in 2007. I had been an advocate for gay and lesbian rappers.
That's why him and DJ K. Slay was working together. But you don't hear shit about that gay shit.
And so when Hassan Campbell comes out, I'm with it. I was the one that broke the story, as you just heard Troy Star Terrain say. But unfortunately, as a civilian who had once cooperated with the government, who had been in WITSEC, the Witness Protection Program,
as a drug mule that cooperated and such, and everything else, he's not going to say it like that. But that's the truth of the matter.
And I was an ally of the LGBT community. Hassan Campbell being the very antithesis, the very juxtaposition of who I am, a street dude, a head buster, 3 times accused murderer. He was.
You see that? He'll put her son history out there. He's not going to put his true history out there. He's not going to tell you why they really had problems, because he came out with me. He came out on his own, but nobody seen him, heard him, gave a fuck about him. The only story that people really cared about was the fact that her son said this. I'm going to let y'all hear him for yourself.
How you doing out there? Made all of us sit up and
I'm going to let y'all hear him for yourself, because I'm the only one with the nuts that'll play this. I'm the only one.
After Bam got out of the hospital to figure out what really happened, and he gave me the picture of a light-skinned Puerto Rican little boy that looked just like me as a kid. And he gave me that picture because I was going to be the one who killed that boy for Africa Bambaataa.
See there? I've been playing that ever since I got it. And the whole YouTube act like they never heard it before. Won't speak on it, won't say shit. He'll get into beef with big time rappers, fucking them up. And they'll never say, what happened when you took that picture to murder the boy? Because they truly in bed with Bambaataa and the pedophiles, pederasts, the traffickers, and all of that. So they'll never use that lingo. They'll never speak against that guy in that manner. Charleston White, bitch ass, never speak on that shit. He didn't hurt it. He'll go fight that little island boy, but he won't get on her son ass properly. He'll tell you about Whack 100 running with Khalil Amani. He stole that from me. He heard and he stole everything from me. But because I won't sell my soul to him to be a puppet ass nigga running around here doing foul shit against the black community. The snitching shit, he heard me call the FBI on her son. Then he started saying he'll snitch on niggas and all that other shit. Me. Because of me, these things have happened.
Messing with someone of my caliber. In Hassan Campbell's eyes, I was a rat and a snitch. Now, let me show you another video. Let me show you the very first time. Some of y'all have never seen this. You've seen the K-Slay Hassan video from 6 months ago that I just showed you. You've seen the K-Slay video, Hassan video from 4 days ago, but you haven't seen this one. Let me show you Hassan Campbell addressing DJ K Slate about me. See, I'm tired of.
Now, where did he get this from? He got this off the Queen's channel because I played it on the Queen's channel. He didn't have that video. I had the video.
When? Way back in 2017-ish, about 5 years ago, 14, no, about 7 years ago. I know y'all don't know this. WAC 100, if you're watching, pay attention, my brother. Pay attention, young brother. I've been on the scene. WAC 100.
He been on the scene with me, but he ain't gonna give me no credit.
Before Hassan Campbell started disrespecting you, taking your phone calls, talking real rough, rugged, and raw, and reckless to you, my good brother, he did it to me first. And so I'm going to show you a video of Hassan Campbell talking to DJ K Slate from about 7 years ago, 6, 7 years ago. Talking to DJ K Slate, trying to warn DJ K Slate who he had on his payroll.
Now you see all this stuff? He claiming to be the man that made this shit happen. No, I was kicking ass and asked him to join me in kicking ass, and he joined me in kicking ass, and he got an uproar for joining me because they didn't like me. I had a lawsuit. I had a woman out here lying on me, stalking me, doing all that shit because of me, Michael the RBG Hebrew and all of that. That nigga ain't around no more because the government made him go sit down and gave Khalil Amani the job. We don't need to pay two of y'all to harass and stalk this dude. But before Michael Evans sat down, he was damn near 10 years or so in his stalking mode, and Khalil Amani is about to go on his 10th year. Next year will be like his 10th year, I believe. I might be counting wrong, but hey, fuck
it. DJ K Slate to know that writing for his magazine, writing that this guy Khalil Amani, who's writing for Straight Stunt Magazine, this guy Khalil Amani, who was writing for Straight Stunt Magazine, Hassan Campbell, he did a whole video warning DJ K Slate of my background.
Let me show y'all something a little bit right quick. Let me show y'all something. We're gonna go to Instagram. We're gonna go to my home page. How we get to it? Home profile. Now we're gonna go down. Let's go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. I have to run up on Khalil Amani right quick. Yes, I'm on Instagram too. Let's go back. Where you at? Khalil, where you at? That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. There's another one. Where you at, Khalil? Where you at? Where you at, Khalil? This may be it.
Quick video. This video is for Israel Doctrine. You're famous, man. I said you're famous. Why am I saying that? because I was contacted today by DJ K Slay. He's aware. Hey, what's good, people? This is a quick video. This video is for Israel Doctrine. You're famous, man. I said you're famous. Why am I saying that? Because I was contacted today by DJ K Slay. He's aware. Hey, what's good, people? This is a
He's aware of me because I was pissing and shitting all over that nigga. Yes, I was doing all of that. I was fucking them niggas up so bad, they had to join a conglomerate. They had to become the what's another little squad was named? We make niggas adjust, the Adjustment Bureau. They never made this nigga adjust, or I made them adjust. They don't even have that fucking Adjustment Bureau no more. But yes, I'm finna play some more of the video.
You want to hear it? You never heard it? Well, let's go look at it. Here it is right here. There it is. That's when Hassan Campbell didn't have no money. He was raggedy.
Oh, that's on this channel. Once again, he got it off the Queen's channel because I had the video. I played it on the Queen's channel. I'm the one that put the Khalil, Amani, and DJ K Slay picture up there and everything.
There's Hassan Campbell. And up in the corner, that's me, Khalil Amani. And there's my good friend, dearly departed, rest in peace, DJ K Slay. Now watch as he tries to see. He could have told DJ K Slay that he's a rat and you're working with a rat. See, because I'm the rat. I'm the bona fide government informant. But why didn't Hassan Campbell tell DJ K Slay in this video? Not only are you working with the government informant, a rat, a snitch, why didn't Hassan Campbell say then that you're a rat too? Listen to him. Let's go.
This video that I'm making right here, more or less addressing DJ K Slay, having her own government FBI informant on his payroll, working for his magazine. See, I don't know whether K Slay know that he has a FBI agent, straight up informant, working for him. Khali Amani is an FBI informant who brought down Yahweh Ben Yahweh. He testified on the brother, turned state evidence, went in the witness protection program, all that. The dude is an informant. So more or less, where we come from in the streets, we know we don't rock like that. See, the bottom line to this, putting Africa Bambaataa on trial, or rather, because nobody testified against him, but putting Africa Bambaataa out there as a pedophile is one thing. You expose pedophiles, put them in jail, murder them, whatever the case may be, you handle pedophiles. But you don't sign up, Khali Amani, you don't sign up to be down with a group of people, run with a gang in the street, Hebrew, Israelite, whatever you want to call it. You don't incorporate yourself in the crime. And then when you can't stand the heat, you jump the hell out of the kitchen and run to the FBI. This is what Khali Amani did. So more or less, I'm just letting it be known. No disrespect to K Slay, just in case you didn't know. Now I'm letting you know. The dude that's up under your magazine, that's boasting about being an advocate for homosexuality. And I'm like, you know what? To each his own, but he's going a little too hard for homosexuality. And on top of that, it's like, damn, not only do you take 12 inches in your butthole, but then you a government agent too, you FBI? Like, nah, dogs, you just struck out on every angle. So I'll be posting more there. Make sure you go to my Patreon. I got videos that I didn't upload yet going to my Patreon. Certain things I have no business talking about on my big page. And it's a target for these little niggas that watch me consistently, like the dusty agent ass nigga, Wax Dog. The YouTube agent that just don't want to be a grown man and live his life with his wife and children. He is dedicated to making videos to destroy my image and my character after he done sent the police to run up in my house. Niggas like Khali, Amani, the FBI agent that took down Yahweh Ben Yahweh, right? Let me teach y'all something, right? Or what you thought I wasn't paying attention? Yeah.
See, niggas never mention me. They do their best to keep me out of the picture. When I called the FBI, that nigga put me in the picture though. That nigga was like, that motherfucker called the FBI. I got the video. See, you keep me out the picture as long as you want. But with information, I can come out and fuck you up in any minute, any time of the day. So don't push me. Don't push me. I ain't a killer. But if you push me the wrong motherfucking way, I got shit to knock your motherfucking ass off the block. But hey, you don't hear him mentioning me. Khalil ain't mentioning me. None of them mention me. Because they want to say he don't have no stakes in the game. But half of the shit they done did is because of me.
Khalil Amani is an FBI agent who took down this man right here. All these niggas is government informants that's fucking with me. Yahweh Ben Yahweh.
According to Wikipedia, Yahweh Ben Yahweh in 1979 founded and led the Nation of Yahweh, a new religious movement headquartered in Florida that had thousands of Black American devotees at its peak.
Images of Khalil Amani.
Images of Khalil Amani.
This is Khalil Amani. Khalil Amani has been trying to reach out to my family members and my children. My daughter, you playing with my kids. You're reaching out to my kids. This is the FBI informant that took down Yahweh Ben Yahweh.
You see, I ain't got no children for him to reach out to. I do have a daughter. He just can't find them. Nobody will be able to find them because there's some shit that I did before YouTube. And I never brought it to YouTube. I just told people about it.
And it's cold. Now let me talk to you, you bitch ass nigga. Right? Let me talk to you. I want them to see your face. Right? Because I'm tired of playing with y'all. I want y'all to understand some of the people that's attacking me is government agents. All of these niggas come from Sinetta. Just like 10 Toes Down. For some reason, they all connected to Sinetta. But
he tried to connect me to Sinetta. I was out here doing my thing before Sinetta. I was debating before Sinetta. I was doing everything I'm doing now. I was doing before Sinetta. To the point where the and Rock Squad wanted to hate an Uncle Tech, Robert West, went out there and told Sinetta I was talking shit about him. That's why me and Sinetta ain't the best of friends now. Because Sinetta know I'm an independent man, can do my own thing, and don't need this motherfucking ass. Everybody else kiss his ass to try to get publicity or name or this and that and everything else. I ain't never had to do that. I ain't never had to kiss another man's ass to get nothing in this world.
maybe not all of them, but anyway, they all got the same task. He's been reaching out to my daughter.
So Khalil did not lie. He reached out to his daughter, and his daughter told him. That nigga was reaching out to me, Pops. His son, his daughter, slash or however it go.
Brothers and sisters, and my son, this nigga's wicked. I don't understand what the problem is, but what I do know is he works for the FBI. He brought down and testified against Yahweh Ben Yahweh. He wanted y'all to think that Yahweh Ben Yahweh was a pedophile, a predator, like Africa Bambaataa, but he wasn't. He wasn't. What Yahweh Ben Yahweh did to this bitch ass nigga, his family was part of the cult of Yahweh Ben Yahweh. Yahweh Ben Yahweh kissed this bitch ass nigga in the mouth, put him on a bus, a one-way ticket to New Jersey, and told that nigga, go get me some money. Yo, he roasted a pimp. He sent that nigga 50 states over to go sell himself however way he could sell himself so he could send his money back to the coat. This nigga left his wife in case with another man smashing his wife and smacking his kid. And when he realized Yahweh ben Yahweh ain't want to butt plug him no more, that's when he started committing crimes in New Jersey, selling drugs. And because he got caught up of him living a criminal life, he told on Yahweh ben Yahweh, and Yahweh ben Yahweh went down for a lot of murders. But he wants you to believe he's a pedophile. But he works for the government. See, I want you to understand, sometimes I have to show proof. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare live and show you the documentary of Yahweh ben Yahweh and his testifying ass nigga. And him admitting that he's a government agent. Some of these dudes that's working to take my platform down, they are government. And they all connected with each other. I want y'all to understand that.
See, I used to be government even before I made the call to the FBI. I only made that because Troy started to rain and all these bitch niggas got on the internet a Sunday night. And when I woke up that morning, I said, I'm calling the FBI on these bitches. And I called the FBI. I told the FBI.
I really want y'all to understand that. I don't like gearing off of the message, but I want y'all to understand what's going on. When you see people consistently just making videos, that shit ain't normal.
All right. Woo, he said a lot. Let me go grab it. I got to grab another book I just thought about. Yeah, people. I hope y'all enjoying this. I hope it's enlightening to you. I hope you're learning something.
Yes, her son said he was selling drugs because I had been I tell them everybody, I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody made me take an oath to shut my mouth or they'll kill me or whatever. Only oaths I ever make is to the Lord God of Israel. I try not to swear shit to man. Because man will try to hold you in that shit. So I don't do it. But these niggas swear their motherfucking lives and shit to these people. Just Khalil Amani is a drug dealer.
Because this thing is deep and it goes back pretty far.
He's steady tied into Miami, going down there and shit and meeting all his old buddies and everything. Ain't no telling if he's still selling drugs now. He just retired. He probably retired from that and got back into what he was in before he got into that shit. Don't nobody know about this nigga. But he do work with the government, so whatever he doing, the government should know.
Okay. So, it all connects with my good brother, DJ K. Slay. Now, let me say this about what you've heard. Let me say this about what you just heard. When it came to what he said about me, it was probably about 50% correct. This is why I know what he's trying to say about DJ K. Slay is a lie. Because he got my narrative all messed up. Now, people, I wrote a 373-page book. It's called My Id, Ignorant and Dysfunctional, Life in the Yahweh Cult and the Witness Protection Program.
And in that book, he tell you he was a drug mule. That's why he's so bold to say what he say, because he didn't wrote it down and stuff. But see, he had a poor surprise person. The government wrote a book about him and put his information in there. When they write the book, it's like they damn near signify everything. Everything is written at that point. That's why he wrote a book. That's why the government wrote a book. And his life story is in a book. This is a picture of the book on the screen right now.
By Khali Amani. You got it? I published this in 2007. Which tells you that, number one, that my life is literally not figuratively, but literally an open book. My life is an open book. And if by chance you read my life story as a government informant in WITSEC in a religious cult, and you juxtapose it and compare it with what you heard Hassan Campbell say, you will realize he's a bold, bald-faced liar. None of that stuff he said was the truth. Chronologically, it was all out of order. It was a hodgepodge, and I never got caught selling drugs, and that's not why I became a government informant.
He never got caught selling drugs. But he was selling drugs. Instead of that shit going on his record, he told him on Yahweh ben Yahweh. He don't say, no, that didn't happen. His bitch ass gonna come off vacation in a little bit. He said he ain't never got caught selling drugs. I never said the bitch ass nigga got caught selling drugs. I told you he was selling drugs though. And he got that shit put in his record before he got them to expunge the record. Or he would have had to deal with it one day, and he ain't never had to deal with it. He got that shit wiped off his plate when he told on Yahweh.
I became a government informant simply because of what was going on in Miami in the 1980s.
And he told me on Israel Doctrine Reloaded that Yahweh ben Yahweh was trying to fuck his daughter that was in the coat. Yeah, that the bitches that he be putting up on the screen, one of them bitches was in the coat. She was heavily influenced by that shit. And Yahweh ben Yahweh already had fucked his wife. He was finna fuck his daughter too. And he knew Yahweh was around that coat fucking children. He said he was on security. He remembered what he was doing. But he never told that either.
And I, a free man, not being sought by the local, state, or the federal authorities. Nobody was watching me. I simply walked my black ass into the FBI office on Biscayne Boulevard and began to tell what I knew about the cult that I was formerly a part of.
See, that's his saving grace. He was a part of a killer and murderous cult. So anything he did before he walked through them doors, all he had to do was tell them, hey, y'all, I did all of this and shit, but I'm going to give y'all Yahweh ben Yahweh. If y'all can strike that shit off the record, I gladly appreciate
it. God honest truth. And I've been on 6 national TV shows. I've been in People magazine talking about the cult. I said I've been in People magazine. There I am with the white turban on. My story is documented by real journalists and journalism. But the bullshit you just heard him say, it was some bullshit.
And he'll tell you her son was quoting me. He'll tell you her son was quoting me. But he can't tell you like that on this video.
It was 50% correct. Was I a government informant? Yes. I told the world. I told Hassan Campbell. Did DJ K. Slade know I was a government informant? Yes. I told DJ K. Slade who I was and what my past was. And you know what he said? He didn't give a damn about that.
So DJ K. Slade and Whack 100 knew this nigga worked for the government, but yet they went to work with him in the community doing all kind of shit with a government informant and shit. And we know what government informants have done. Fred Hampton, this and that, Tupac Shakur, and all the rest of this shit.
Slay told me if we did background checks on everybody trying to do hip hop or rap music or A&Rs or DJs, none of us would have a job. We all have backgrounds in criminality, as did DJ K-Slay.
That's why the government get them, because they got criminal background.
He did some time. DJ K-Slay says, Khalil Amani, I hired you for your pen game. I hired you because you have a mean pen game. I hired you because you can write your ass off. I hired you because you are convincing in your literary genius. Give a damn about what you did. You want to know why Jay-Z would hire Miss Perez? Even though she too was a government informant, Jay-Z hired her because once upon a time they had a history. As I understand it, Jay-Z once asked Gloria, Miss Perez, could he open up at the 4040 Club or something like that? And that Miss Perez helped put Jay-Z on the map. And Jay-Z repaid her by making her the CEO or the COO of Roc Nation. Jay-Z didn't give a fuck about her past because she had once cooperated and helped put some people away. Jay-Z hired Miss Perez because of her pure and sheer talent. Likewise, DJ K-Slay hired me for my pure and sheer talent.
He hired you because he told you Bambaataa was fucking them children and you ain't say shit for like 7 or 8 years or so.
They don't do no background checks in this hip hop.
All they ask is trust. I'm gonna tell you some very powerful, secretive shit about niggas fucking children. And if you keep that in your mouth and don't tell nobody, I give your bitch ass a job. That's what he told you without telling you.
World, mostly every rapper you know got a rap sheet, a gun charge, and Hassan Campbell tells us that 3 times he was arrested for murder. But he's on here trying to convince the world that a dead man, that DJ K-Slay was a rat and a snitch. As I understand the streets, if you're going to say a man is a rat and a snitch, make a bold proclamation. You should have the paperwork in hand when you make it. But again, shout out to Gene Deal, because Gene Deal broke down the whole case. And now, my last video, before I give commentary, is Hassan Campbell about 4 days ago talking about my friend DJ K-Slay again. I said 6 months ago he called K-Slay a rat, and I missed it, so I wasn't able to speak on it. About 6 or 7 years ago, as you heard, he called me a rat and a snitch and called himself trying to inform K-Slay of who he had writing for his magazine. And now 4 days ago, Hassan Campbell says this.
I'm gonna make this video short, straight, to the point, and simple. DJ K-Slay. Mad love for K-Slay. One of my favorite DJs. But I'm not gonna act like I didn't see what I saw. I'm not gonna act like I don't know what I know. I've always supported K-Slay. Always support K-Slay. One of his #1 fans. But I'm not gonna sit up there and act like Like, I'm from the streets. I'm a civilian now, taking care of my family, doing what I'm supposed to do. But to the core, to the heart, I'm always going to be a street nigga. Whether y'all like it or not. And me, knowing that that man put 2 dudes in jail, and because he got locked up, and he didn't want to do his own time for his own crime, he told. And when those dudes came home from jail, he put 2 brothers in the earth to keep that secret of what he did. Because he didn't want to mess up his street reputation. Street sweepers, the drama hour. Whether you like it or you don't like it, it is what it is. I stand my ground on it. I don't care who don't like it. I didn't come here to be none of y'all friends. The problem is, y'all pick and choose. If you stand on something, then stand on it. If I sit up there and I tell you, I don't like dudes that don't respect their mother, and I don't like dudes.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. What a fucking dweeb this dude is. So you see, there's been a history between myself, DJ K-Slay, and Hassan Campbell. I don't know. Maybe he's attacking.
A history between myself, DJ K-Slay, Hassan Campbell, and Khalil Amani. He just won't say my name. The nigga hate me that much. See, I'm not a hater like that. I'm always telling people he wrote the first article and everything and bigging him up for what he did and stuff. The nigga hate me so much, he can't speak on me. He tell the queen, hey, queen, before you was me, he did me wrong. He treated me like I was a bitch and everything else. He'll tell the queen that, but he ain't trying to put that shit out in public. And he got his YouTube channels taken down because they too much about me. They tell the whole history of me. But I'm finna get up out of here, people.
K-Slay because of me. I don't know. He doesn't like me. He doesn't like K-Slay, although he says he's one of his favorite DJs and he's a fan of K-Slay. Why would you do a dead man like this? Even if the allegations were true, why you? Why does Hassan Campbell think it's his duty to call out K-Slay? You know this guy, Hassan Campbell, is a YouTube whore. He's an internet whore. He's chasing the coins, the greenbacks, the dollar bills. Too chicken shit to call out K-Slay on his so-called snitching when the man was alive. Maybe he didn't know it back then. Are we to believe that Hassan Campbell is just now finding out about what happened with K-Slay back in the day? But thank God you all need to go listen to Gene Deal, and shout out to King of New Jersey, YouTuber. I think it's King of New Jersey. But you can Google this stuff, go on YouTube and find Gene Deal, type in Gene Deal K-Slay or King of New Jersey, and you will hear Gene Deal talk about this whole story. Like Hassan Campbell got my narrative wrong. Oh, he said a lot of stuff about me being gay. He said a lot of stuff about kissing my teacher and a lot of stuff that didn't happen. All out of order. The chronology was wrong. This happened, that happened, when this happened. Hassan Campbell, he bastardized my cult story. He bastardized it.
Now, why did he do that? Because he was using my information and Michael Edwards' information, because Michael Edwards is the one that was on this nigga ass the hardest, because he played with Michael Edwards. He went over to Satnetta and Satnetta say, who worked with the FBI on my team or something like that? And he said, Michael Edwards. Then he went and attacked Michael and took his preacher spot and shit. And he became another preacher, a teacher, and ran Mike Edwards off the block.
He made up a lot of stuff. I could take the one video you just heard about me, and I could do a whole series and break down every sentence that he said and show you the truth. The truth. Because people, my story, damn, if I got to go back over and get one more book, I'm going to be mad. I think that book is over here. I said, my story. Nope, right here. I said, my story about being in a religious cult.
And selling drugs, being a drug mule. Well, people, I'm out. I got more audio on this nigga that tells the story. I can go all the way back to when he first attacked me. And I made the video telling them to leave me the fuck alone. I'm gonna have to do that because none of y'all believe me when I told them to leave me the fuck alone. But it's all good. I have more information. Keep watching, subscribe, hit the notification bell. 5 o'clock every day. I do a show here. Except for the weekends. Peace.